Let's do it.
All right. So, as I've explained, I guess Killing Floor 2 has microtransactions now, and a lot of the community ain't about that life, whereas, a
Like
small
life.
fraction are actually like they don't care. And it's a very delicate situation at the moment, considering the whole Payday 2 fiasco and how they added microtransactions that were, to a degree, pay to win. And, like, half their community was like, fuck this shit, we're out. And, like,
Fuck this
cursed the
shit. I'm out.
developers the developers had actually stated, like, oh yeah, we're gonna make sure to never, ever put microtransactions in Payday 2 because, like, we're not that kind of developer and we're not gonna
1 week
stoop to that.
later.
Yeah, 2 years
Okay.
later, and then the fucking like microtransactions happen. I think they're called Overkill Studios, and now Tripwire is like we have Killing Floor 2. We want it to be early access done right. That's actually one of their lead developers who said that. Like, we're doing early access right, unlike all those other guys. We're gonna make it where our game is the model early access game. We're gonna give
What?
you free content, or we're gonna regularly update content, give you nice stuff, and then the game's going to launch and it's going to be super polished and cool. And you actually pay into the game with a lower price point. So, instead of $60, you're paying 30. So it's like a win-win, for the consumer and us. And, it's been pretty good. I mean, their updates have been really kind of slow. Like, we don't even get monthly updates, which was the original goal. We get, like, every 3 months at this point updates that are big, yes, with multiple characters, maps, guns, classes, and all that. But it still takes a freaking long time, and there's not a whole lot to do in the game between that besides community player maps and such.
Hooray!
And yeah, so it's been okay. Like, people complain, but it was mostly just like I can't play this for like 3 months waiting for another update. Like, I want the update now, which is okay criticism because it's not like a huge deal. But you can see where they're coming from. Whatever. There's other games to play too. You don't just have to play Killing Floor for the rest of the year. Um, Especially since it's in early access, they do need to like actually produce the content, whatever. But then yesterday they were
Kelly
like,
Claw a little
"Yo,"
bit.
they're like, "Hey, we're gonna put in these microtransactions, and
Oh
you don't
no!
have to, you don't have to pay for them. Like you can just get random drops with gun skins
Give
and
me your hat.
cosmetics. Yeah, like you can just get this shit in game." And it's not going to be pay to win because all of this is going to just be cosmetic. So you can't say that we're making this game pay to win, and you can't say that, like, oh, okay, but you're like, since you're not a free to play game, this is wrong because you technically don't even have to touch this content. But most of the community's like, fuck this shit, hopping off the
Fuck
ship
this
like it's
shit. I'm
sinking, or
out.
while it's sinking, rather, because the fucking ship is sinking. Let's be honest. Tripwire here is in a losing battle. The ship is gaining water very quickly. And,
I say,
Water.
old chap, we seem to be taking on water quite quick.
yeah.
Oh shit! I seem to get my knickies in a twist.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. And I guess people really wanted to know. I'm sure like 2 people really wanted to know where I stand on this. Not a lot
All
of people
2
probably give a fuck.
people.
Yeah.
All 2 subscribers.
All my
The ones
fucking
that are in your
subscribers.
call.
Every 1,200 of you were like, "What's Far Cry thinking? We need to know." But
I don't let it go.
we
I
need
have
to
to-
know.
Far Cry must tell me how I must live my life.
Dude, what if somebody like wakes up in the morning and they just like watch this video and they're like,
You're all, like,
"Yes, my
stuck
lord
in
and
the sky by
savior,"
glass.
and then they fucking like bow down to the computer monitor. I don't know.
Oh,
Uh,
man.
okay, I got really off topic. Okay, but seriously,
Oh,
Dude, Sentry! Ah!
oh, my friend here's playing Fallout 4 and he's getting destroyed by a
everyone else
sentry.
except me because I'm poor.
And I want to be playing it, but I'm making this video. But so Killing Floor 2, obviously there's a lot of controversy around it right now, and I think it's pretty interesting to talk about because it kind of comes down to more to like ethics in gaming and like do we really take like developers' words on early access anymore? Like, is it safe? Because these guys were literally saying we're not gonna fuck it up. Like, we promise and promise and promise that we're not gonna fuck it up. We're gonna be like the model early access game, and now their communities like completely feel like they've been betrayed. So where I stand on this is I think personally I need it to be in the game and I need to see how it works for myself before I can judge it thoroughly. But from everything that's been said and all the details and all the facts I read about it yesterday in yesterday's video, it seems to me like we're gonna be okay. The game's gonna be fine. Yes, a lot of the community's probably pissed and gonna leave, but you don't have to buy any of this. Like, we're not forced or obligated to, especially since it's a pay to play. Now, is it like morally questionable that they did this in the first place? Hell yeah. Especially in early access. Like, if they wanted to do this like a month or two after the game came out, I'd be like, yeah, it's a little soon, but you know, the game's out, so I guess they need money and you know, for the servers or whatever. You know, people don't want to work for free, and they're actually going to be releasing free maps and updates for this game until it dies, just like Killing Floor 1. The only thing that you had to ever pay for in Killing Floor 1 was the bundles of like characters and cosmetic items for the characters and like the weapon skins and stuff. But that was all like optional DLC. Whereas in this game, it's like there's a chance, like an RNG, random number generator chance of you getting one skin or another when you, I guess, finish a match. So, what do you guys think about it?
Honestly,
Maybe it is actually a good model, but people are just too bitchy.
I think that a pay-to-play game should not have, transactions in it, as long as they keep it on a sensible level. And I don't see human beings literally paying $200 for a hat. I'm okay.
I
I think
don't think
I
they're gonna
that's
charge
pretty
that
pathetic.
much, but
I think that's pretty pathetic when people do that.
yeah, but there is a chance though with the exceedingly rare weapons. They're basically like golden versions of whatever, like weapon, skin, or hat or whatever there is in the game. That those prices might get really escalated. Like
Well,
that's what pisses me off. Is like I get it that it's like a 1 in 100 chance or whatever getting these items, but like the fact is that if somebody really wants it, someone's gonna like spike that price on the Steam marketplace up to like fucking $250 or something ridiculous. Versus like in Killing Floor 1, let's say you really like that golden hat or whatever, there was probably a bundle you could buy, like a $10 DLC that came with that and like a bunch of other accessories. So if they still like had that in the game, but also had the random chance drops and the Steam community, then I think it would be okay, because then no one could like hike the prices up to that like astronomical point and like fuck up the economy or whatever. But I don't know. I just don't want this game to turn completely into like Counter-Strike Go and be like you want this op skin? Well, you want this knife? It's gonna cost like $620. And you're like, fuck you. Like,
I think that the problem with that though is the fact that there's literally such an RNG of like a low chance.
yeah,
Like if they buffed like the chance of getting it up, it wouldn't be as bad, and you wouldn't see $100 skins. If a skin doesn't alter something, even if a skin alters, even if it give you 5% more damage and you pay like $200 for it,
hmm
it's kind of like I don't get it, because our society that we live in is that society that oh, you're doing something wrong or not morally, it's morally questionable. Oh, you're a horrible person, but I'm gonna go pay $200 for a hat in a game.
it's
I
because
could
we want things. Like, we see somebody has something and we're like, wow, that's really cool. I want that too. And like,
Wesley.jpg.
I have money to spend. Why can't I
But
have that?
that's the thing, is like I want things, but I know that like even whenever I've got money, I could go out right now and I could get my graphics card, I could get my power supply, I could get Fallout 4, I could be content, but I'm not,
Yeah.
because if there's something that comes up and I waste all my money, what I would be in a bad
I
thing.
would
Like,
feel
I
a
mean,
lot better since
there
this
could
is.
be like there could be a Luca android that come out and I need to buy.
Goddamn sex robots.
Wow. Sex robots. Just like Fallout. I don't know.
Unite!
Okay, I guess my position is this. Like, for now. I can always change my opinions later. But for now, I feel like if there was some sort of way in game, like with points made from actually winning and like doing well in game, of like buying these items, even like the rare stuff, like that would be fine. Because even since it's like a pay to enter game, let's say you only had $30 in your entire Steam wallet that you could ever use ever of all, for all time. And that was it. Once you spent the 30, you could never spend money again. It'd be great to know that, like, in Killing Floor, to get those nice cosmetic hats and gun skins that look really good, actually, because I've seen a lot of them. That, like, there was a way that I can just be a good player and put a lot of time into the game to get those items. And not just have to be like, well, I guess I have to go work at, a second job now to, okay, probably not a second job, but, get a job in the first place. Because there's a lot of people who probably are younger playing the game, even though they shouldn't be. I don't know. Point is, if there was a way to get in game that was just as fair and equal to people just paying for it in the first place, like, that makes sense. Because the person who has more time to play the game can put the time in to get those items, whereas the person who's like, I can only play like 2 matches a night before I have to go to work in the morning and, go to sleep for that, could pay for it. So, and I think like War Thunder does that pretty well.
Yeah, because the way War Thunder works now is they introduced the Golden Battle, the Golden Wager system, and you can win gold from your daily login every, I think it's 12 days, or you can get these little wagers, and basically, if you lose 3 matches, you don't get anything, but if you can win 3 matches before you lose 3, you'll make, even if you win 1, you make gold.
Yeah.
And you can a skin is 200 gold, and you make, I think, 50 gold a match that you win. And it's not something crazy like, oh, win the game and be the number 1 on your team with 1,200 kills.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's like, win the game and have 1 shot down. That's all you need to do. 1 shot down, 1 kill.
And
it's really sensible.
A system I could see working in like Killing Floor 2 would be like, just depending on what difficulty you go in, that would like scale the reward you get, how many players are in your game when you finish, or like, or how many like assist points or however much damage you do depending on what class. Like, let's say you're a medic, like however much healing you do gets factored into that. Did you kill the final boss or did you die on the final boss? Like, could add a multiplier. I don't know, and then make it where you get like Dosh points or something.
Dosh.
And yeah, and just like, then you could, instead of paying, I don't know, let's say $5 for like a 5-character outfit pack, if that was even a thing, which I don't think it'll be. You could pay, like, was it, I guess we could say 5,000 Dosh points to get it.
Dosh.
Yeah. I'm just saying Dosh points. I mean, Dosh would be like real money, but I don't know. Killing Floor, they call it Dosh because that's awesome.
I think I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I mean, even War Thunder, the most balanced of all the free-to-play games,
I think some people will kill you for saying that, but no,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm
that's
gonna kill you for saying that.
Okay, what do people say? Oh, the T-34, the evil T-34.
T-34, I fucking hate
Problem
them.
solved.
They're
that's
balanced.
like,
I'm not gonna
there
argue.
There are some variants of the T-34 that
1942.
I think their battle tier is a little off. It needs to be bumped up a little bit.
But the point is, we're talking about Killing Floor, not War Thunder. I'm sorry to cut you off because I got to make it kind of short because I can only make it 15 minutes long, and we're already at 13:30. But okay, end of the day, Killing Floor 2. It's
2-minute video here.
Yeah, it's a little fucked up that they're doing this in early access, but they did say they're doing it in early access because they want to test it before it's implemented into the full game next year, and they don't want it to come out and be all like fucked up. They'd rather see like the problems happen with it now and get through like the growing stages. But this is just almost like the thing with like Bethesda and making paid mods in Skyrim. Like, the community just doesn't like the words paid and like content being used in the same sentence. And I completely understand, because like, let's say I didn't have like racks on racks on racks of cash right now.
Like me.
Yeah, like you. Like, I'd be kind of like offended knowing that there's things in the game that are really cool that I don't have any way of getting.
I think as long as it doesn't like keep you from enjoying the game, though, I think it's fine. I mean, I don't see how a hat or like.
All right, we're at 14:35. I gotta end this.
Yeah.
But thank you for your opinions. I wish I could make this video longer, but
Penis.
that's pretty much all I've got on it. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Boy.
Peace
Bye.
out.